Want to integrate a cart flow into your e-commerce site? In 3 minutes, I'll show you how to build one using only YAML without coding a single line with your AI. Let me show you. We'll assume you already have your e-commerce site and you've installed the Reactive-JSON library in your front-end project. Reactive-JSON is the library that turns your YAML into interactive components. Once your project is ready, ask your trusted coding assistant to scaffold the components for your cart flow. Typically, a cart flow includes a product step with selected products, quantity, unit price, an addresses step with shipping address, the billing address, a finalization checkout step with the total price and payment method selection, and finally, an order confirmation screen. So, I hand over this full spec, and I also say I want a component that shows the current step, plus next on previous buttons on each step, except at the end of course. And very important, I ask it to adopt a file per component approach. It's a small trick that keeps your project cleaner and easier to maintain. Okay, that's already a good start. We can see the products and a few other values aren't showing yet. It's normal that not everything is perfect on the first try. No worries, with a couple of prompts, we fix it. And there we go. So now we have a working baseline we can iterate on by refining details. For example, I noticed the current step isn't highlighted, and I also want to add a thumbnail for the items. I go back and forth with my LLM a bit, and it applies the changes without fuss. On the addresses screen, you can see it created the necessary fields. Quick tip! For screens where users enter data, I recommend adding the VariablesDebug tool to the page. It lets you inspect values in the current context. For example, I can watch my form values fill in as I type. Use this if you want to make sure your fields are working properly. On the finalization screen, it created a select and the corresponding fields show up based on the choice, which is great. And finally, the confirmation screen, which matches my original request. Obviously, the current cart uses static placeholder data, so what's left is to ask your LLM for the data model your components need, and pass it to your backend devs so they can create the endpoints your app will connect to. For example, when you move between steps or change item quantities. And on the source side, you can see everything we did is just YAML. So if you want to change your flow, its look or its behavior, it's much simpler or more concise than JS code. That was pretty cool, right? If you want to learn more, head over to the Reactive-JSON website. It's open source, so if you want to contribute to Reactive-JSON, check out our GitHub. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the new stuff. See you!